Yo, what's going on, world? Y'all know what it is. It's your girl, Maura Ash, of course. The Gumbo Show. I am live in the building. I am solo dolo today, but it is all good. I am here with my good friend and family. Villa Dom is in the building. What's going on, stranger danger? Ain't seen you in
You
a
better,
minute.
you better know it. You better know it. You better
So
know
Villa
it.
Dom, he all the way out there in New York, but I've been tapping in with him. Shout out to Ali for a minute now. Thanks to Ali doing the warm introduction. So we've been kind of connected. So I know about your brand, your movement, all the great things that you do. So I want to go ahead and share that with the world and of course with our platform. So I know who you are, but the first question on my platform is going to be tell the world who is Villa Dom.
And that's dope. That's a perfect segue. Because that was the name of my first album, Tell the World I'm Coming. So,
Okay.
humbly, for those who don't know me, my name is Villa Dawn. I'm a hip hop artist. I like to consider myself a multimedia hip hop artist. And we could get into that a little later. But not only that, I'm an entrepreneur, a writer. I'm a father first. I'm a husband. I'm a son. I'm a brother. And all of that is under a nice, humble umbrella of let's get to it. You know what I mean?
Love it. I love it. So jumping right into this, we're not going to waste any time. I know that you started in the music business at just 15 years old.
Yeah.
What was the first big moment that made you realize that music was going to be your calling?
Mm. Um, to get to it, it was my first talent show. When I did my first talent show, I was with my two brothers. Shout
Okay.
out to a salute to Jerry and Sam Doug. One of them bowed out, and the other one stood with me. And this is the average of I'm telling on myself, but it's real. When tapes are pop, so the
I
tape
got
pop, and the crowd, you know, they want something. So they say, "Yo, shorty, freestyle." I'm a little taller than Emmanuel Lewis at this point. So I
you.
come through, bang, out of nowhere. It was one of them, you either do it or you stay home.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't go home till I was done. So after I
Mm-hmm.
did my thing and the music came on cue, everybody went crazy. And I had this feeling in my body that I ain't gonna say I've been chasing it ever since, but it's been a part of me ever since.
Okay. I hear you. So we have an artist on our platform. Her name is Kiwi, and she has a song. One of her singles that she's pushing is "Go Hard or Go Home."
Mm,
So they say that a lot. So like with that, what you was just talking about, it was like one of them "go hard or go home" type situations.
yeah.
So I knew exactly what you were speaking of. So shout out to Kiwi because she be pushing that record. Like,
Salute,
everybody know
Kiwi.
go hard or go home. And
I
it's
tell
more
him,
than just
tell
a
him.
record. Like it's a statement. It's a way of life. Like, and I get it. So
It has to
that's
be.
what's up.
It has to be.
So you've experienced both the major label side and, of course, the independent grind side of artistry in general. What are the biggest lessons that you would say that you've learned from both,
Mm.
and which one do you prefer?
The first one I would say is you are everything before you hire them. You don't have to be the experienced one, but your lawyer, you everything. Make sure you take the time, if it's a minute, to understand all of these people that you may need on your team, you have on your team, and what they supposed to do and execute, and know the expectations of the game, and then the business, because it's two different things. So
Mhm.
that's what I would say first in my journey. And what was the second one again? Sorry.
It was being what were the lessons basically that you learned from one being with a label and then one being independent. But something that you said that stuck out, of course, it's like everybody's gonna have to go through their journey and everybody's gonna have to learn how they learn and whatnot. But you definitely have to understand that at the end of the day, the artist, you're the boss because you're hiring people. And I
That's
feel
it.
like a lot of times, like you
Mhm.
just said, see who these people are that you need to hire. A lot of times the artists don't even, we can start there. They don't even understand that they're the person in control, that they're literally the boss and they're hiring the staff. Like the industry and the people on their team can have them so brainwashed to the point where everybody else on their team making player moves and making calls and they don't even know what's going on. Like I didn't even know that happened, type of a thing. So that's one of the things that I feel like you cannot let that get away from you because at the end of the day, it's your shit. You got to drive it. You know
It
what I mean?
definitely is. And for those that may be parallel or might not see that, I relate it to the block. Everybody know about the block. You're not just gonna do, if you jump out there, you're gonna deal with some of the things. But if you get the knowledge and you align yourself with the right people, it could be a different journey for you. And that's, I think, the difference. To answer your second question, the second part is the difference between the major and the indies is really, are you really equipped? Like your goals, what you see for yourself. You want somebody else to align it, or you want to build the building blocks that you need to have what you want. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's what I learned in my journey between, and my continuing journey, praises due, in that part between
It's
the two.
really,
So
would you say that it's really about preference? Like, would you say that whether an artist should be independent or should be signed to a major label, that it would be based on the preference of where that artist wants to be?
is it might even, sometimes it's the preference, but real quickly, the real grit and foundation and essence of being an independent artist, I seen it scared some. And the label became the cradling baby. But in that, it's not your hand that's feeding it.
Mm-hmm.
So you you have to balance that with taking that deal, because being an saying you're an independent artist and being an independent artist is two
Two
different
different things.
galaxies.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah, very, very, very true. I could definitely agree with that. So your first deal came through a management company in Canada,
Yeah.
which led to the release of It's a Heist. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the experience like? What was that experience like? And how did that even help, or did it help shape your career?
It was the nucleus. It was, in addition to me doing that at a younger age with the talent show, and this leading to my moment. Salute to Ian and them in East New York Drama
Mm-hmm.
Club. Um, to be 15 and be in a whole nother country, and you just at one point think it's that block in your community is it, and you really see different humans. And I break it down that simple. You see different things in different lights. It opened your mind in a
Yeah,
beautiful way. And that's what it did for me, where there is no limits to what I may want to do. If I could achieve it, then ain't
I can
nobody
do
telling
it.
me nothing but God.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, that's dope. Talk to me about Raw Dosage.
That's a salute to my physical babies, my God babies that me and my wife had. Salute to my wife. I mean, have my 3 babies, but I have 5 physical babies. And Raw Dosage is the 5th.
Okay.
Right here, this the fifth dope baby right here. You know what I mean? So it's my time to not have the filter. I like to empower and educate in my music, and I'm still doing that. But sometimes when a mic in your face, you gotta show cats how you melt mics to different degrees, not just on shows, but in the booth, and how you
Hmm.
cultivate a
In
song. And
general, in general.
yeah, and
You
that
know what I
still lives
mean?
in me.
Yeah.
Right. And that still lives in me. And that's what Raw Dosage is. Like, I'm building a catalog. I've been grew from a rapper. I'm I'm a I'm the epitome of MC. So that's what this is. As my journey continues, this 5th one is a raw dose. Those that know me, I'm a humble and respectful man, but I don't play about this music. That's what Raw Dosage is.
So what type of songs can we expect? And is that already out or is that coming out? Like what's the status on that?
Oh, it dropped. It's
Okay.
it was a long time coming, but February the 18th for this month, it dropped. So it's
2
available.
days after my birthday. It's an Aquarius, baby. I
See,
see.
see, you
I see. I
already
see.
feel
I
it.
see.
See?
Mm-hmm.
So it's taking no shorts, but the 18th it dropped, available on all streaming networks. Actually, I'm that artist, so it's gonna be available on vinyl as well. You know what I mean? For those that's connoisseurs to hip hop, we're gonna have that available for them as well. CDs. We're gonna have different experiences. We also available on the blockchain. For some people that's not familiar, it's kind of the uh different the way that music may be in the future, like distributed and given to us. So we stretching out and doing different things. So it's definitely out. Raw Dosage is definitely out. We got a couple videos, couple more coming. It's full blast campaign right now.
So I know you said this album is your baby, and you talked about how
The fifth one.
sentimental the fifth baby, how sentimental it is to you. And I know you said that you're a humble person, and this project is in itself is a raw version of you. But excuse me, outside of the project being a raw version of you, outside of you not holding back on the project, what makes this project or this body of work different from other body of works or other previous body of works that you've done? And what would you say would make this album stand out, like sound wise, cadence wise, things of that nature that would make it different than those projects?
I say the first thing I'm gonna go to, I'm thankful for my producer, Madman, and my brother and my business partner, Madman. He's out of Canada. He's part of me. I knew him since that management deal, and we grew and cultivated this sound. And it's about growth. It's chasing your better self and knowing, all right, I did that project. You know, I might have got accolades or whatever for that project, but a legacy doesn't just, it can stand on one thing, but I like to
Hmm.
beef mines up. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
we given this breath, so why not expand and expound on that? And that's what make raw dosage a little different. Sometimes the message can't be cleaned up and polished. And I'm not saying in the sense of being derogatory, but saying what need to be said in the manner that need to be heard sometimes. So it
Hmm.
might not be for everybody, but those that know and it's the frequency, they know what this project is about. And it's really the cultivation of hip hop. This is my contribution to hip hop. We have to keep cultivating that art, and that's what this is.
Yeah, absolutely. Love it. Well, talk to me about the song that we're going to hear today.
Um, I believe is one for the treble, and this is not like my love note to hip hop. It's like my post-it note because we still moving along and still creating some beautiful things. But I'm
Hmm.
just saluting those that came before us in hip hop culture and saying how hip hop affected me and what it did for me. I know it did something for everybody because
As you should.
you know sometimes hip hop don't pay like this, but it pay in different ways
In
if
different
you
ways,
love it.
yeah.
You know what
But
I
I
mean?
feel like that's what's missing. Like, I feel like the young kids now, and it's no shade to how things evolve and how these new kids want to do they thing. They do their thing how they do their thing because we
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
do
yeah.
our thing how we do our thing. But ultimately, I feel like when we was doing our thing, we still had respect for the way that it was, the way that whatever thing it was that we was doing, the way that it was created, the way
Mm-hmm.
that the history of this particular thing, they don't care. They
Nah,
like it's we
nah.
ninja. You know what I
But
mean?
look,
Like they don't care about what happened before them, who did what to get to here from whatever. They don't even care. They barely care about the 5 elements of hip hop. You know what I mean? They just
look, I give you this, right? I like to offer you this. If you going into your house and you go for that first step and it's not there, how you gonna get in that house? You could jump through the window, you could do all of that, but it's foundation. Everything has a foundation. You don't have to like how the stairs look. You don't have to do a lot, but it's
You
prime
gotta
level.
go up on
Respect
to
it.
get in the dough. Mm-hmm.
Respect it.
That is so true. Well, do me a favor. Go ahead and drop your record.
This one right here is called One for the Trouble. Salute the madman on this one for the production, fifth quarter, because I believe it's one of them hip hop tuck it in your classic buckets. So if you love hip hop like I do, man, you might want to play this loud.
Love it. Y'all heard it right here. We'll be right back.
Hip hop. I know what saved you, know what saved me. Yeah. LVP. Trouble. Baby. In my room, speakers loud, they docked out. Felt crazy, you can hear from my neighbor house. The first time I hear the beat, I almost passed out. Red set, master your eye. Now I'm on escalators. Flow high like I'm on elevators. Even when the beat drop, you still hear the motion. To be frank, we want the view of the ocean, the boom boom. But we're still old for the 40 and the mule. Better add acres, man, better add that. Awaken to the world, and you can have it back. The persecutor, man, when he go and speak back. And his people go ghost when you look to his back. God is the truth, devil is the lie. I'm focusing on time, money on my mind. Thank you, hip-hop, cause it kept me alive. And if not, I'll be doing the bid for a crime like that. Thank you, hip-hop. You saved me. Ralph McDaniel's video music box kept me alive. It's hip-hop, it's hip-hop. It's hip-hop. It's hip-hop. This is outside on the stoop, my speakers loud, my speakers so loud, neighbors say turn that shit down, give it a gas face, nah, that's not happening, I got bit by the bug, that's why I started rapping, we money for the studio, so we get the traffic, listening to Christendom, never going backwards, turn into Olympian lines, just acrobatic, contribute to the culture, now I'm an art addict, I used to spit timid, now it's Black Savage, turn into an MC, now the world my atlas, hip-hop in me, I was in no practice, I'm a hip-hop baby, I was raised to the classics, like God MCs, poets and queens, that rock, shiny things, fly human beings. They say hip-hop died, it's alive, and in my mind, it got a couple lives. Hey yo, you hear that beat? I used to be in lunchrooms while I'm stomping my feet. Jose on the table banging them beats, and Shantae used to like me, she rockin' with me. Hey yo, this what hip-hop do. Shout out to my brothers, they was my first crew. And shout out to Papa L's old school food. I know what it did for me, but what it did for you. This hip-hop, this hip-hop. This hip-hop, this hip-hop. This is
Yes, sir. We are back, and y'all know how we doing it. Of course, your girl, More Ash. I am still in the building. I got Villadom in the building with me this morning. Of course, we are live right here on B96 The Block. You know what? The song was amazing. They had a chance to hear that. Thank you for sending the record to us. We really appreciate that. And any other music that you have that you would like for us to play, of course, is welcome. You can send that as well, but we will definitely keep that song in rotation. So I wanted to tap in before we jump into some funner questions. You've actually built a reputation for empowerment and just being authentic in general, right? So how does the project Raw Dosage, how does that reflect that mission?
Um, mm, Beautiful question. And just that word I love, empowerment. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Oftentimes we fight that battle every day. Not just us as adults, but our kids. So if through music I could still send that message, I believe that's the first message that um I would like to be known and felt from Raw Dosage. Is be who you know you are. You know that person. Sometimes you asking the person you're not supposed to ask the question of, yo, should I do this and do that? And that
Mm-hmm.
person don't even know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So nah, you right. You strong enough, you smart enough to get you can make that move. So
And
that's what I want to
everybody's what do you call it? Path ain't the same. Like me and you may be going to the same place, but you might take the highway and I might take the street way.
go. Mm-hmm.
But we still gonna both get there. You
Mm-hmm.
gonna get there, I'm gonna get there. You might get there first. So what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still coming.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I feel like if people look at it and put it into a different perspective like that, you know what I'm saying? Like we all trying to get to the same destination. How we get there, as long as you don't sell out for it, we good. Like it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You
So
just took a
let's get
different
to that
route.
part. Right. Let's get to that part. I think if we take a little bit more time to invest in ourselves, we would see we would see what our 401k would look like. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? What our IRAs would look like when we invest in ourselves and each other. And I ain't talking no preacher man stuff for now. I'm just talking logical. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Whether you in the streets, the concrete, whatever, certain things you gotta stand on. But stand on it.
Yeah.
Be accountable. We'll be better, especially fathers.
Love it. So expanding the brand of your it's media brand, LVP Media LLC and LVP more LVP Media
Mhm.
LLC, right?
Yeah, LVP Media LLC. Yeah.
Okay. You're making major moves, of course, across, music and media and literature. Can you break down the vision behind the media company?
Um, Using that said thing as a tool to
Okay.
do everything that we needed to do. Entertainment, we got that part covered, but empowerment, instilling in our kids that it's possible, not in the dream aspect, but really living what their visions are,
Mm-hmm.
educating ourselves, not just from someone else and third parties, and again utilizing the tools that we're given, different forms of media, like our phones, we could do short movies, commercials, PSAs,
We do so much with the phone
cartoons.
nowadays. Yeah.
Right. So this is what is the kind of the nucleus in the life to LVP Media, because it's now the parent or the extension of Littleville Publishing, which is my first publishing company that just publishes music. So now it's just growing and expanding.
Into its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. As it should.
Hey, and I think again some of the Insaluta Ali, man, and his wife and my sis, Arlene Brathwaite, I got to see like some of my first experiences with including literature came from selling books and seeing people, hearing people
I
say,
was
"Wow,
just about to jump into that. That was actually my next question. So since you're talking about it, my next
wow,
question
that's
was, I know
crazy."
you're working on a second book,
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
following Fatherhood at 19, no tutorial.
No
So what
tutorial.
inspired this next chapter?
Um, to continue, I wanted to inspire a bigger conversation for fathers, for fatherhood. And I'm not just talking about us chocolate. They think I'm immediately tagging us and then talking about fathers. I'm denouncing motherhood and all that, which is nonsense
Right.
because we stand on that. But um it's about expanding. It's fatherhood. So somebody becoming a father right now, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they need jewels. They dad might not be there at whatever capacity. They might have an uncle or
And that is so
somebody.
true.
Yeah, and that's what I would like this to be
Like
an
people just
extension of.
assume that people know how to be anything. A parent, a father, a mom, a wife, a
Mhm,
husband,
mhm,
anything that ain't no blueprint to.
mhm.
The
But
only blueprint
look
we
at the
got
things.
is the Bible, if that's what you believe in. You know what I mean? So it's like you really don't have no blueprint out here to tell you how to be these things. And then also it's about your partner
Mm,
and your kid or your friend or whatever relationship it is, because other people have personalities and they have morals and expectations and way that they want to be treated. So it's like, you know what I mean? You have to
I
be
agree with you.
compatible with these people too. You know what I mean? So I definitely feel that. I feel that.
I just
So go
you
ahead.
get it. You get it. You understand what I mean?
How do you use your platform to uplift the community?
Getting the word out. Cause look, you the power y'all have. And like I was just saluting y'all, and I salute y'all in public as well with y'all growth.
Thank you. I
We
appreciate that.
always let somebody do what? Narrate our stories, right?
Yeah.
We control that. We give away the power. So
Hmm.
and us wanting to eat and get deals, I understand we got to feed that, but we could do that amongst each other. It's possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very possible. So what I like to do, how I utilize my music is again, just spreading the love and in the message of brotherhood as well, and not we don't have to be the other way. We did enough of being it. Like we could be niggas and all that. That's professional. We got that covered. You know what I mean? Let's show the other sides of us. It's
Yeah.
no problem showing that neither.
And you also do that through your merch, right?
Yeah. Matter of fact, one of the this my son line.
Okay. Capable of achieving anything. So that's what his hoodie says, you guys, for the ones that are going to be hearing this on audio.
Yeah. And that's just to remind you that like I could tell y'all all these beautiful things, like and even with Fatherhood at 19, I'm not telling people, I'm not telling these men how to be fathers. I'm just
Right.
sharing my experiences and the jewels I was given. And maybe that offers something. Me holding it to myself is not gonna do anything. So I'm not just telling y'all, but I'm actually living that where I'm empowering my kids to not just look at daddy do his thing, but me look at them do their thing. And my
Yeah.
son was inspired to not just do his some t-shirts and hoodies, but he wanted it to say something. And that's what kind of cloth royalty, that's our merchandising company that we built. And we getting ready to actually relaunch after a while. But that's what we want to do. We wear everything else. Why not
Yeah.
wear stuff that
Everybody
empowers?
else's stuff. You're right.
Right.
So my last question before I jump into just a couple fun questions with you is that
Mhm.
I know that you mentioned that your multimedia company is gearing up to release its first movie. Talk to me a little bit about that and what will we be looking for?
Actually, uh one is gonna be reflective of Fatherhood at 19,
Okay.
the memoir. And another one is gonna go into those that know me on a more deeper level. I like comedy, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And I'm
Me
not
too.
a yeah, I'm not a comedian, but you're gonna see something uh, from us. I ain't gonna get too deep, but you're gonna see
Yeah, you don't want
something.
to spoil it. I got you.
Nah, but I'm gonna give you enough where they're gonna wanna see this element of what we're doing. Because again, in everything we do, I do, y'all do, empowerment could be sliced up and given to us in many different ways.
Yeah, true. True. Love it. So I want to play a couple of games with you real quick.
Let's do it. Let's
The
do it.
first one is going to be this or that. So it's literally just your preference, whatever out of the two options that you get, you like the best.
All right.
So major label or independent grind?
Oh, I'm so indie, so indie, so independent. We got a song. It's streaming.
Studio session or live performance?
Damn. Live.
Okay. Writing a song or writing a book?
Sometimes I forget that they different, but
Mm.
I'm gonna say writing a song because I gotta be respectful of the authors I do know. It's a lot of work in writing a book,
Yeah,
and
it
I'm
is.
still working to be a better author. So for me right now, I'll say a song.
Okay. Classic vinyl or digital streaming?
Mm, Vinyl.
Vinyl.
Because
Old
you can
school hip.
listen to
Go
your
ahead.
vinyl on Bluetooth, not to cut you.
No, you can though. The new record players got Bluetooth on them, so a lot of people don't even know that. You just gave them a gem right quick. Old school hip hop or new school vibes?
Oh, and I love evolution, but I'll stick with the
Old
foundation.
school. What's your favorite morning old school record? Something you a bump in the morning.
Some I'll bump in the morning. Probably Ice Cube joint.
Today is
Cause
a good
yeah,
day.
today was a good day. Cause I'm not gonna wait till the end of the day to put them aspirations. I'm gonna set my day off like that.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up.
And it's kind of how I feel, but I'll start with that.
Morning motivation or a late night hustle?
Late night hustle, because it's gonna lead to the morning motivation. I done
Mm-hmm. Facts. Freestyle or written verses?
written
Building a business or building a legacy?
legacy, because they got multiple businesses in them.
Love it. All right, finish my sentence. The one thing I can't start my day without is
Saying praises due.
love it. The best advice that I ever got in this music business was
Don't be scared to be you. No, don't play with your power.
oh, I like that one. If I could collaborate with any artist, dead or alive, it would be
That's a tough one, but I would say Black Thought.
okay. If I wasn't in music, I'd probably be
An entrepreneur somewhere.
that part. The most random fact about me that people do not know is
I sued the state, the governor, and the board of education for $55 million.
you won.
I didn't win, but the kids won, the schools won, yes.
Okay. That's what's up. Look, I'm like, you won? I was gonna be like,
No, I would have pulled up several times. You heard me in a
I'm just
different way.
messing with you.
You
I
heard me?
put my hand out, y'all. I was big. All
But
right.
nah,
What's
that
the
went to
last?
it was owed to the schools just for that. So
I
me,
got you.
it was me and two other
You took
parents.
the initiative to get it done.
Right.
That makes sense to me.
Salute to the Sharks and the Suits, them lawyers and Citizens for Action in New York.
Love it. Would you rather perform in front of 50,000 people or have an intimate studio session with your biggest inspirations?
50,000.
Okay. Would you rather drop a platinum album or have your book become a bestseller?
That's a heavy one. My book be a
Okay.
bestseller.
Would you rather live in a world without music or a world without books? That's crazy.
Without,
I'm sorry. I asked the question
I'm
and
gonna
then
hit
it
you.
hit me. Like, oh man,
I'm gonna
that's
hit you
deep.
with it though. I'm gonna hit you with it though. Without music, because if you read like I read, You'll hear the music in the books.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna say without music?
Yeah.
That's what you
Nah.
said. Oh, okay. I
Damn.
missed.
Nah. Damn. I don't know. Is there a
Ah!
shot? I gotta take a shot at something like
He
G Sense or something.
said- All right, we'll skip that one. Would you rather freestyle battle Jay-Z or produce a track with Nas?
Produce a track with Nas.
Okay. Would you rather have an unlimited studio time or unlimited marketing budget?
Marketing budget. I'll figure
Yeah,
out
I
the
agree.
studio time.
I
You hear
agree.
me?
I was just thinking that, like, we can rock the studio. Don't worry about that.
Right. I'm an office boy, like New York. You know, I know what it is on the business side. Shout out to Full Sell. But yeah, I'm
Love
taking
it.
the marketing.
Love it. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure having you here today. I really appreciate your time. I know we've been trying to do this for a minute. Tell everybody how they can tap in with you. How can they get the music, the books, the merch, and everything else that you have going on?
First, again, you know, I'm always grateful for y'all and y'all growth and y'all reaching out and plugging. I love getting. I got some more artists for y'all too. That's
I
through the gate.
appreciate that.
But Media LVP.com. We launching that in like a week or so. So that'll be ready for the main source of media for the album and everything. On Twitter or X, or X, IG, all them streaming joints is LVP Media. It's Little Villa Pub. It's Villa Dawn. Reach out to us. Wherever you consuming your media and your music, that's where we at. But the main hub is going to be medialvp.com.
Love it. Any final words or motivation for the listeners and viewers, or do you have any mentions or shout outs that you'd like to give?
My rib, my kids, of course.
Yeah, shout out to your wife and your children.
Yeah, you know what I mean? The motivational goddess, she get to it. She got her brand on Clothes for UT. I just want to say that everybody, my pops, you know, everybody, they know what I do. I'm that family man. But if you thought today to loan me your eardrums and hear what's going on, see what's up, that meant the high levels or whoever told you do something, this the call to do it. I don't know what you want to do. You don't got to tell me. You don't got to tell Ash what you want to do. Nothing. You don't got to tell Gumbo. If you want, hit him up. Tell him what your goals is and inspire. But if you offer me your eardrums tonight and you join my revolution with raw dosage, you add it to your playlist, it's time to push power in your life. Appreciate y'all.
I love that. Definitely appreciate you, Villa Diamond. It's always an absolute pleasure to have you on the platform. So thank you again for tapping in with us today. Y'all know what it is, the Gumbo Show right here, B96 The Block. Your girl more Ash, Naja, DJ Mohawk, of course, and Ali. They are always behind the scenes and in the building as well. Y'all know how we're doing it. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Yeah.